Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
So
fine.
these all are great answers, but I'm looking for something specific. I feel personally, it's not because of entertainment or it's not because of lack of interest. It's all because of purpose. So if we don't have a higher purpose in life, right, we don't respect time. So we don't think about if I spend 30 minutes on a social media today, right? So we look at that 30 minutes. We don't look at if you use for 30 minutes every day, 30 into 30, which is how much? Hira, you can do the maths. 9,000, right? 900 hours, right? So 900 hours, 900 minutes we are wasting on something which is not important to us. And nobody is talking about it because like you have content on a social media to consume, right? They want to do their business. People like Instagram or Facebook, right? Why they are having reels, why they are having the shorts? Because they want to grab your attention space. They have nothing to care about what your goals, what your dreams are, right? They want to be successful, they want to make $1 million from the social media, so they are taking your attention. So in this presentation I will talk about why time management is important. That's the first thing. Second thing is what is time management, and the third thing is what are the different techniques of time management, and fourth is how you can implement time management. So very simple. Agenda of this presentation is very simple. Just four things. So the first thing is why we need time management, why time management is important. Second, what is time management? Third, different time management techniques. And fourth, how to master those time management, how to implement those techniques, right? And I don't have a lot of slides for you because I am a firm believer of Steve Jobs. He is my inspiration. I never met him, but I feel like he was somebody who was visionary, and he thinks that if you know your subject, if you know your content really well, you don't need slides. And I know my subject really well, and my goal is to educate you on this subject for the next 30 minutes or 45 minutes. And I want you to grab this and implement it in your life. That is very, very important, guys. To start with, why we need time management, let me share my screen. And anybody can tell me why we need time management? Yeah, hi Pintu, I can see you. Can you
Yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
I can share.
yes, why we need time management?
For efficient work, for efficient output,
Oh, for output, great. Anybody else?
efficient
For
output. Yeah,
saving our time, precious time, with
Yeah,
the help of
saving
time
us
management.
precious time. Okay. Any other answers, Pintu? Why you think time management is important?
And time management, I think so. Time management gives you the power to achieve your goal
It gives you
in
the
a proper
power.
manner.
So I heard like time management, you need to get more output. Time management, you need for achieving your goals, right? Time management is directly proportional to money. I repeat again, time management is directly proportional to money. These are all great answers, that we need time management because we want to get more output. We need time management because we want to achieve our goals. But at the end of day, time management is directly proportional to the money you earn, right? So I don't know about you, how many of you know that in India, if you go for a job, you get a monthly salary, right? But in the developed country like United States, Germany, Japan, there you get money for every minute you work. So if you have worked for 8 hours today, you will get the salary paid for 8 hours, right? So in that way, you can understand that time is directly proportional to money. And I will give you some more practical examples of how I think that time is related to money. Let me share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
No,
yes, yes.
All right. Can you see my
Now
screen?
we can. Yes, we can see.
Okay. So this is a very important slide. And I want you to memorize this slide. Do you know who is this guy? This person who is on my screen?
No, I'm not
One
getting
second.
your screen right now.
Yeah, can you
It's
see my
Bolt,
screen?
I think. Bolt.
Bolt.
Right.
Ajay,
Jamaica.
Anybody else who knows?
Ajay, sorry to interrupt you. I think
Yeah. Anybody knows this person? Anybody? All right. So here is the thing. Yeah. So he's Usain Bolt, right? A great athlete, a runner of all the time. So you spend 40 seconds, reels are 40 seconds, right? If I'm not wrong, or 50 seconds, right? What do you get? What is the output? Nothing. This guy, he is getting $100,000. He is getting $100,000 for 9.8 seconds, guys. Can you believe? And $100,000 is how much in Indian currency? Anybody have any idea? Anybody has any idea how much is $100,000 in Indian currency? Close to 80 lakhs.
80 lakhs.
80 lakhs rupees, right? People cannot accumulate 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs of rupees if they work for 20 years. And this guy, at 9.68 seconds, he is making 80 lakhs rupees. So for him, if you ask what is the value of time, he will tell you, my time, 9.8 seconds is 80 lakhs. Agreed? Any objections? So the question is, why don't we understand the bigger picture of like why he is so conscious about the timing and why you are not? And the answer lies to just one thing, because he knows something which you don't know today. I'm again telling you, he is looking at something which you don't know. So he knows that there is just one to best. If you want to respect your time, you have to think about one thing. You have got just one life. 80 years is the lifespan in India, right? So you have got 80 years and you will not get this human life again, guys. Let me tell you. So you have to understand that Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk. How many of you know Elon Musk? Raise your hands. Yeah. He has got 24 hours, right? He has got 24 hours like you, like Pinto, like me. He is managing 3 companies and he's the most richest person on this planet, right? He is going to join I think he's a billionaire right now, but he'll be a multi-billionaire pretty soon. So he knows the value of time. On one day, he is in California in the morning and he take a flights back to Texas to manage the another company. And in evening, he is at a different location. So that's, if you want to understand the time, you look at these people and don't think that you are coming from a village or from a rural area of India. It does not matter where you come from. All it matters is with whom you are associating with. If you want to respect the time, associate with the people who respect time. Today is Sunday for me, right? I have two choices. I could have just slept at my bed, right? Watched the match, which a lot of people are watching, right? Or OTT content. And the second choice for me was get up early morning, go for a walk, right? And prepare for my presentation and then study something for my career. I opted for the second choice. If I look at a match today, right, what I will get? Nothing. I mean, I'm not trying to discourage it. It's good for entertainment, but entertainment should be entertainment. If it is a match, just watch it for 2 hours or 3 hours. If you want to respect more time, just watch the highlights, right? To talk about to give you how I respect time. Yesterday I was having a conversation with my wife last night, and she was telling that we there is a series called Maharani, right, on OTT. How many of you know that Maharani season 2 that has been released? And I asked her, she told me, would you mind watching it? I said, like, what is the duration for one session, one episode? She told me 40 minutes. I asked her how many episode we have. She told me 10. I said, like, 400 minutes, right? Which is my 6 hours. What I'm going to, I asked, like, what I'm going to get. Anyhow, actors will get paid, right? Politicians will get paid. What I'm going to get? Nothing. So I'm not going to watch it. Rather, I will utilize that 2 hours in developing myself. Because Jim Rohn, one of the best motivational speaker, has told one thing: your self-development, your income cannot exceed your self-development. So if somebody is making, I'm telling you again, Hira, or everybody, if I'm making a huge salary, or if I'm making a huge amount, if I'm living a good lifestyle, that means that I have something which you may not have right now. I'm not telling that our talent differs. Like, I'm more talented than Hira, I'm more talented than Pintu, I'm more talented than Deepak Raj. But I know something which you may not be knowing at this point of time. I know something which you may not be knowing at that point. There is a saying in Hindi, आदमी अपने औकात के हिसाब से ही कमाता है. आदमी अपने औकात से ज्यादा नहीं कमाता. अगर कोई बोलता है, if somebody is telling you that I have talent, if I'm not getting paid, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it, because if you have a talent, you will get paid. If you respect your time, you will get paid. So that was my first point. The second thing about, let me share my screen again. So the first thing what I told you is, think about back to the future. Think about what you want to do after 20 years, right? Once you die, you want people to remember you as somebody who has created an impact, not somebody who had just lived the life. If you do that, you will be respecting your time. Let me share my screen again. All right. So the why time management is important, because I feel that you should not be just spending your day versus accomplishing the goal. Hira, can you explain what is spending the day and versus goal accomplishment, if you can understand?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Accomplishment of goal means if you write down something to do in your 24 hours or 1
Right.
week,
Right.
you must do in it period, in its time period, right?
Right.
Within the time, we should finish our goal within the time.
Exactly.
That will be our accomplishment.
Exactly. I was looking for that. So rather than just spending time on somebody else benchmark, I feel like rather than sharing the slides, I can share my own thoughts. So I feel like spending the day is not planning your day, right? So if your day is not planned, anybody can call you at any point of time, correct? If somebody is calling me, this is my phone here. If somebody is calling me today, I will not know who has called me. And choice is mine, whether I want to receive the call or not, because my cell phone is always in my bag. Why? Because I respect my time. If somebody has important message, I will get this in this watch. And here in my cell phone, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Facebook. I am on a social media, but I define my time that this is the time where I have to log in into social media. And if you want to do that, so for example, I want to use social media, right, to create positivity, not to just spread negativity. So I go there, post it, and I want people to get benefited. So if I have here on my phone, I will keep browsing it, consuming the content which I don't want. Correct. So that's the reason your time is more important. There are different time management techniques for everybody. So how many of you know, like, some time management techniques? Any idea about any of the time management technique you are currently following? Anybody?
We can set the goals.
Yeah, a good idea, Prakash. Thanks, you have joined. You can share the goals. That is one time management. Great, Prakash. Anybody else? Hira or Dilip or Deepak Raj. We have talked about this time management technique in some of our presentation when I was leading a personality development group. Sanjeev, you can also add it. Like, there is nothing wrong, or right answer. If you know, you can always contribute because we are here to learn. All right. So Hira, you have something to say, share, or Dilip?
No, I don't have any
All
other
right,
thing.
not a problem, not a problem. We are always here to learn. So the first thing is, if you want to learn the time management techniques, right? It's better to learn from expert in this industry. And I'm telling you, what I'm going to teach you today, the techniques, nobody on this planet can teach you, because I have learned these techniques and implemented it over the period of years. And I have learned it from the expert. Brian Tracy. How many of you know Brian Tracy, an author called Brian Tracy? I think Hira, you must have read
I have
about.
heard about him.
You have heard about him.
Yeah, I have heard about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I have
people,
read one book.
yeah, for people who don't know Brian Tracy, Brian Tracy, he is an author who is best in terms of productivity, in terms of time management, in terms of goal. So if you have to read just one book, go ahead and order a book called Eat That Frog. It's about time management. So there in that book, he has talked about 21 ways of managing the time. But I have learned from different people, but he's the expert. So there are different time management techniques. The first time management technique is pretty simple. Track your time. So by tracking your time, you have to track your time. If you track your time, you will know how much time you are wasting. So how you can track the time? Anybody have any idea? How we can track our time?
To write.
Yeah, to write. Exactly.
And to observe
To
the
observe.
time where you looking.
Yes. Yes. So that
Checking
is the
your
one thing.
goal on daily basis.
Yeah, a goal on a daily
Checking your
basis.
goals on daily basis.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the first thing in that is the second step here, by the way, writing down the goals. The first step is, if you want to get better at something, right, you need to track it. So tomorrow, starting tomorrow, get up early morning or whatever time you get up, right? Have a diary, a small diary or a phone. Just write like how you have spent your time. It will take 5 minutes. You just write, okay, I woke up at 8 a.m. and then I browsed social media for 1 hour and I studied for 2 hours, right? I talked over phone for 1 hour, right? You just track it down. Okay. So that is the first step. The second step is just ask yourself, okay, at each category, if I've spent 30 minutes, right? What is the output I have got? Correct. So if you have talked over phone for 1 hour, right? You ask yourself, what is the output I have got? So that is the second time management technique. The third time management technique, which Prakash has talked about, is writing down the goals. Writing down the goals. Goal setting is the fundamental for any success. Okay. And we have talked about goal setting, Pinto, in one of our last presentation. It was a beautiful presentation. I will be uploading that content pretty soon on YouTube, hopefully today. So by writing down the goal, I mean that write down few goals, okay? Write down few goals, like goals for the day, okay? Goals for the week and goals for the month. Any question? Simple. Write down goals for the day, goals for the week, and goals for month, okay? So that is the second time management technique. The first time management technique is to just track the time. Second time management technique is to write the goals for day, week, and month, correct? And you don't have to ask me what goal I should be writing for the day, correct? We have already talked about it and we know that, right? So the third time management technique is, every night before you go to bed, right, list down your task you want to do tomorrow. Let's say that yesterday night I slept, okay? I went to bed at 12 a.m., right? So I wrote down in my phone, I wrote down that these are the tasks I want to complete tomorrow, okay? And I wrote down that these are the tasks I want to complete tomorrow. It could be anything, right? Task could be anything. So for example, one of my tasks was come here and talk to this group, right? And present on this important topic, which Prakash has talked about, the time management. Your task can be anything, right? Studying for 2 hours, reading book for 1 hour, right? Watching TV for 1 hour. So if you write the task before you go to bed every day, if you wake up early morning, you are not stressed out, correct? Because you know that your day is planned, right? So you know your priorities. If somebody is calling you in the morning, you know that you have to complete this task first and then get back to the call. Agreed? How many of yes, no? Cool. So that is the third time management technique. And the fourth time management, and guys, I'm not sharing my presentation actually, because I want you to grab the masses, rather than me just sharing the slides. I want you to memorize this and implement it. That is the more important than just reading the slides. Because I have 4 slides, but I don't want to share my slides. I just want to give you the fact. What is the fourth time management technique? So the fourth time management technique is, once you have written down the task for the day, okay? So you have written 5 tasks, exactly, right? Now you have to prioritize by A, B, C, D, E. So if you have 5 tasks, let me show you my task for today. Then you will understand, because I believe in, if I'm doing something, then only I will share it with you. How many of you can see my screen?
Yes, it's visual.
Yeah, so these are my tasks. These are my 12 tasks for the day, right? And here, for every task, I will write A, B, C, D. So if it is A, which means that it is at high priority, I have to complete that. If it is B, that means it is low priority. If it is C, then it means like I can ignore the task. Correct? So you can set the priority for your task by using A, B, C, D, E method. And this really helps in saying no to a lot of the tasks. So that was the fourth time management technique. Okay. And so that was so how many of you think like what is your a priority task for today? How many of you have written down the task for the day? Honestly, for today, how many of you have written down the task?
No,
That these are the tasks
I don't.
you don't.
I didn't.
It's okay. It's okay. If you have not written down, that's fine. If you have not learned something, it's okay to accept it. If you see people, right? Yeah, Prakash.
I had only task for the day, which was I need to go to my younger son to any hills area, and
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
I completed that.
Great. Great. Prakash, you were raising your hand. You have any questions? Sometimes like it's okay if you don't know the subjects. It's okay to tell that I don't know. I mean, that's the biggest quality. See, Pinto here, he's sitting here and trying to learn, right, by observing and making the notes, right? That shows that he is always keen to learn, right? Because learning is the common determinant which all successful people have in common, correct? So that was my fourth time management technique. Okay. The fifth time management technique is always, how many of you know the Pomodoro technique? Pomodoro technique. How many of raise your hands? Nobody? Not a problem. So I will tell you in short what Prakash,
No way, I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. So Pomodoro technique is it's pretty simple. If you are doing a task, right? So what Pomodoro techniques tells you is our mind cannot be active for more than 52 minutes at single stretch. Okay. So if you are doing any task, right, set a timer for 1 hour. Okay. And then for that 1 hour, just be focused on what you are doing. Don't think about what's happening in the world in that 1 hour. Okay. And then once your alarm goes off, go out and take 5 minutes break. So that what will happen is your mind will get diverted for that 5 minutes, and then again you can be back at your work. This is known as Pomodoro technique. It's very powerful in the time management. So that's the fifth time management technique. Okay. Sixth time management technique is first thing is always first thing. I repeat again, first thing is always first thing. How many of you have read a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Anybody? Oh, have you read it? Who is the author? Who is the author of the book?
Exactly. I could not remember at this time.
Yeah, so not a problem. You have read, that's great. So it's again a
Yes.
great book. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is written by Stephen Covey. And he tells very simple thing about time management, that if you don't define your priorities, right, then someone else will define your priority. Okay. So if you don't define your priorities, someone else. So what does that mean? That means that if you don't write down your time, what you want to do for today, right? Somebody else will define your timing, correct? And somebody else can be from anybody. Somebody else can be your relative. They will call you. And if you have not marked that, okay, this is my timing, I want to work, they will call you and you will be spending for 2 hours and you don't get output. Second thing is, if you don't define your priorities, you will fall in trap of all the people who are trying to influence you on social media. I'm not trying to criticize social media, by the way, but I feel like you if there is a tool, you should be using it effectively. I'm glad that Prakash is out of social media. So that's the thing. If you don't define your priorities, somebody else will define your priorities. So write down the priorities for the day. What are the priority tasks you have got? Okay. And don't tell me that, that I have job, I am busy in job. Guys, everybody has job. Even I have my 8 hours of job, and then I have a full-time job as a husband, right? And then I have to take care of a lot of other things in life, right? And I have to inspire people, correct? So, and if we tell that we don't have a job, trust me, we are lying to us. If we don't tell that we have time, I hear from people, I'm very busy, I don't have time. If you don't have literally time, you will not say that I don't have time. I'm telling you very frankly, it is that you don't know how to manage your time. That's pretty simple. If you are telling that if you have or don't have a time, think about people like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, think about people like Jeff Bezos, right? We cannot be busier than Jeff Bezos, right? Amazon CEO. He's getting up at 6 a.m. every day and going for a workout, right? I'm not sure how many of you are doing workout every day or exercise or every day, but you can take inspiration from these people. So that was the 6th time management technique. The 7th time management technique is, how many of you know the word called procrastination? Procrastination? Procrastination, anybody? Okay, so the procrastination is delaying something. Okay, so that is known as if we don't want to do the task, we will delay it, right? That concept is known as procrastination. Okay, so that concept is known as procrastination. So in time management, effective time management technique, you have to do the creative procrastination. Okay, so what I mean by creative procrastination here?
Doing all things efficiently.
You can go on a mute, Chinkle, if you're not speaking. Yeah, Hira, go ahead.
Doing everything efficiently.
That is procrastination?
I think so.
No, I have talked about the creative procrastination. So procrastination means delaying something, delaying a task, delaying an activity which you don't want to do. One thing, guys, because of Zoom time limit, like our meeting will end right now. So what I will do is, what you have to do is log into the same link. I'm going to create a new meeting invite. You can log into the same link, and then we can complete remaining points for the time management. Okay.
Sure.
You have to just click on the same link. That's all, and use the same meeting ID. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. See you there then.
Bye-bye.